Good Saturday morning. T-minus 2 Saturdays from kickoff. Can you believe that? This is the Saturday Sports Show. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, along with Ryan Goldberg. Ryan, can you believe that? 2 weekends till kickoff.
No, I actually can. It's been pretty quick.
College football kicks off actually Thursday, less than 2 weeks from now.
That's not the preseason game, is it?
No, that counts.
That counts?
On a Thursday night, first game of the season. Florida kicks off on the 30th, which is 2 Saturdays from today. And we got our Marion County Friday night high school game of the week. It kicks off not next Friday, but the following Friday with Forest High School taking on North Marion High School at North Marion.
That should be a good game.
It's going to be a great game. High school football everywhere, college football, the NFL. Don't even get me started with the NFL preseason last night.
It makes me want to say, let's get started.
Because as soon as I get started, I'm going to devolve into the referees. So I just need to leave that alone right now.
It's early for the pick on the referees.
I need to leave that alone right now. Let's talk baseball, though. It is baseball season.
It is.
Last night, something happened for the 4th time in Major League history. Do you know what that is, Ryan Goldberg?
Now.
4th time in the history of the major leagues, a team has reached 500 after falling at least 18 games below 500 in the season. This feat was accomplished last night by the Tampa Bay Rays as they beat the New York Yankees 5-0.
They shut them out in that case. Cobb pitched a great game.
Pitched in the 8th inning. The Rays became the 4th team in Major League history to reach 500 after falling 18 games under 500 in the same season.
There's still hope for the Red Sox.
The 1899 Louisville Colonels, the 2006 Florida Marlins have both done the feat. The 2014 Tampa Bay Rays. Guess who the 4th team is?
The Red Sox?
The 2004 Tampa Bay Rays. So now,
I don't know.
Now, it's been done 4 times in the history of the major leagues. You've fallen 18 games under 500 or more and got back to 500, and half of the teams that done it is the same team.
I don't know if it's a good thing for that team or that shows that they get hot and then they get really crappy. Can you? Yeah, I guess you could say that.
You know, Brandon McCarthy didn't pitch bad. He gave up 4 runs over 7 hits over 6 in the 3rd. The Yankees, though, looked anemic last night. Like, they couldn't hit anything.
They had the bases loaded at one point with 1 out, I believe.
Yep.
And Ellsbury struck out. The guy after
Brad
him
Boxberger struck out Jacob Ellsbury and Teixeira.
Yeah. It just blows my mind.
Bases loaded. He gave up a single to Derek Jeter to load the bases, and then Boxberger struck out Ellsbury and Teixeira to get out of the inning.
Who are not bad hitters. They're pretty good hitters.
Tampa Bay has held its opponents to 3 runs or less in 11 consecutive games.
Do they
That's
have
pretty good.
They're 9 games out of the lead in the division, but what are they out of the wild card?
I don't know. You pull that up. I don't have that right here.
They
in front
are 5.5 games out of the wild card.
So they got a legitimate shot at making the playoffs.
Why'd they trade David Price? We don't know.
Well, because they weren't going to get anything for him in the offseason.
Maybe.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, but now they don't have a pitcher.
Well, they're doing pretty good with what they got now.
And it looks like Cobb's going to be their next ringer up here.
Well, yeah. Cobb's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
But that's a great accomplishment. And like I said, I'm not really sure how I feel about that great accomplishment because that means you got to really stink to really come back.
Well, that also means you get better throughout the season.
But you had to really stink at one point during the season. But the Rays were decimated with injuries. I never can remember his last name. Will Myers, beating the ball to death in AAA, coming back from a 60-day stint on the DL where he broke his ankle.
I don't like Will Myers.
You don't like that he doesn't use batting gloves. You think you can't trust him because he doesn't use batting gloves.
I don't like him because he stands out there in right field and just stands there and just stares.
You know why you don't
space.
like him? Let's be honest. You don't like him because you're a Red Sox fan.
Yes, and he also is in the playoffs last year. He made that mistake and missed the ball that was hit right to him, and I just don't like him after that.
You're a Red Sox fan.
Yes.
Okay, let's just go ahead and be honest. You're a Red Sox fan, and right now you almost hate the Rays as much as you do the Yankees.
It might be a little bit more than the Yankees because I don't know. It just the Rays the past couple of years have just been the thorn in the Red Sox side.
For you younger guys, I bet the rivalry of the Rays and the Red Sox is probably just about as equal. For people under the age of 20, I bet the Rays-Red Sox rivalry is just about as equal as the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry.
I haven't been to a lot of games that are not at Fenway Park. I go to the Tampa Bay. I go watch them play when the Red Sox are in town. I've never felt disliked at a place more than going to Tropicana Field and being a Red Sox fan.
Go to Yankee Stadium.
Well, yeah, I haven't been to Yankee Stadium. It's on my list, but
Let me tell you, you think you feel disliked in Tropicana Field where half of the people there are Red Sox fans?
the people who aren't, you feel disliked by.
Yeah, go to Yankee Stadium where everybody's a Yankee fan.
Yeah, I guess it would be still scary, even though they can't sell out their own stadium sometimes, the Yankees. But
Well, that's because those seats behind home plate cost like $800,000 a seat, I think. Something ridiculous.
the Red Sox used to get them.
The legend seating.
You gotta get them inherited to you.
So the Rays come back last night. Buddy Martin will be at the Rays game tonight, by the way.
Awesome. I'll be moving.
Rays and Yankees. Yeah, our other intern, Ashley Peters, put on Facebook a picture of her dorm room already set up. You won't be doing the dorm room route at UCF. You'll be doing the apartment route.
Yeah, I have an apartment, 3 roommates.
Guys you knew?
I know 2 of them. The third guy I spoke with on the phone. Sounds like a nice kid. Had more of a conversation with his mom than him, though, because he had it on speakerphone. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'll find out this afternoon when I'm down there moving in.
Well, there you go. You know, first impressions are everything.
Yeah.
So another huge event this weekend, Ryan.
What else is this weekend?
English Premier League kicks off this weekend. All right, we covered that enough. Okay, move on.
I thought we weren't going to mention it until the World Cup. I was just keeping it quiet.
English Premier League. I'm a Liverpool fan here.
I think the Red Sox own Liverpool or own something.
They do.
Yeah, so I guess
They
I'm
do.
a Liverpool fan
They
with
do.
you.
So, you know, the English Premier League kicks off this weekend on NBC and NBC Sports Network, and we don't care.
Well, you know who does care? It's ESPN on their front page.
Yeah, who cares?
They care.
You know why we don't care?
Because it's football
Because it's
season.
14 days till kickoff of the real football. Florida kicks off in 14 days. And you know, everything you hear coming out of Gainesville, and I know that some people are going to say, well, what do you expect them to say coming out of Gainesville? It's the beginning of the season. Everybody's 0-0. I hear people being very upbeat, very positive. Not just football coaches and players and giving you the coach speak, well, you know, we're ready. Our guys are doing good things. They're accomplishing the things we need to get accomplished in practice. Well, you know, we're taking it one play at a time, making sure we get everything done. We're just keyed off towards that opening game, and we're set for that, and that's what we're focused on, and not that kind of excitement. People who didn't feel good about Florida and where they were as a team at the end of last season, that said Will Muschamp should be unemployed, are starting to turn around how they think.
Well, I'm not familiar with the Gators roster, but they're not a young team, I don't think.
They do have some experience
So that's
in certain positions, but they're very inexperienced in other positions. The secondary is very inexperienced.
which could be
But
bad.
when Will Muschamp was asked that question, you got a lot of young guys on the defense, but they're very talented. He said, I'll take talent over experience any day. I can give them experience. I can't give them talent.
That's true.
And that's a very good point. I think that people are starting to. I heard Buddy Martin say this the other day, that he's talking about Florida State and how difficult it will be for Florida State to repeat. And he talked about, I tried to say North Carolina State because Florida State never plays well at North Carolina State. He didn't want to hear that. Notre Dame's coming in. Nope. He said, don't be surprised if the Gators beat them. And I understand Buddy's sentiment there, because Buddy's Mr. Gator. He's written books about the boys from old Florida. I understand. I would like Florida to beat Florida State too.
Have you seen?
Not going to happen.
On a positive note, picking on Florida State, have you seen what they did with Jameis Winston on Twitter?
No, I'm not paying any attention to that.
They did a PR campaign saying, "Ask Jameis." Well, whoever's idea this was at Florida State just needs to go fire themselves.
Yeah, because that's not something. Hey, can I get some crab legs?
That's how it went. They had multiple tweets saying, "How do you like your crab legs cooked? Now that you've gone undefeated in college football and undefeated in the courts, what's your plan next?"
Right,
Stuff
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, that was not Ask Jameis.
That was more make fun of Jameis.
Yeah, that wasn't a smart move. But I think Florida can win a lot of football games this year, a lot more than they won last year. They only won 4. They don't have to do a whole lot to win a lot more than that.
They do 5.
I think Florida wins 7 or 8 games this year. I don't believe they beat Florida State. I believe Florida State is good enough that they can run the table again and win back-to-back national championships.
Florida State didn't lose a lot of players. I think they lost a couple wide receivers.
Right. They're stacked. And they have the best player in college football.
You think Jameis Winston's the best player in college football? I guess because we lost a lot of players. Last year's draft class was a really good draft class.
And he was the Heisman Trophy winner in last year.
Yes, and Johnny Manziel's giving him advice.
He may have a shot at chasing down the elusive Archie Griffin and being the second 2-time winner of the Heisman. I don't think that'll happen, but I do think Florida State goes undefeated and plays in the national championship game.
He also he's allegedly not coming out of college football after this year, according to his dad.
According to him and his dad.
Yeah, so he could. You think he could if he wins it this year?
He's gone.
He's gone.
If he wins it this year, there's nothing to come back for a third year except a blown out knee, and you never want to come back for that.
If you don't think he wins it, you think he could win the Heisman Trophy his third year and go?
He could, but he won't come. If he wins the national championship again, he's gone. So it doesn't matter. Even if he doesn't win the Heisman the second time, if he wins the national championship, he's out of here. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk AFC football, get you set up for NFL. It kicks off in 3 weeks. Tell you about a quarterback that's really impressing in the AFC. Coming up in the 10:30 part of the show, Chris Halley, the head golf professional at Ocala Municipal Golf Course, he stops by the show. We're going to talk about the world's largest golf outing and then the Bo Williams City Amateur that's coming up in next weekend, actually, is the Bo Williams City Amateur. He'll get us caught up on what it takes to be a part of that. Plus, we'll talk about the condition of the course in general. Been a lot of stuff in the paper written about how the golf course is faring condition-wise. We'll ask the pro out there at Ocala Municipal. Then it's, are you kidding me? You know, I'm already upset about something. We'll talk about all that right here on the Saturday Sports page, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source. Small bank agility, utilizing tools like Raymond Andrews and his team of 6 mortgage experts with 100 years of experience in the mortgage industry and 50 years experience as members of the Regions Bank team. Mortgage lending is personal and important, and you deserve someone that will lead you through a positive process. Raymond and his team use local mortgaging processes like local appraisers and local closing to help you have a positive experience, and they habla Espanol as well. So whether you need a conventional, FHA, USDA, or VA loan, or you even need a construction loan, the mortgage team of your local Regions Bank has the knowledge and experience to guide you through the process. So contact Raymond Andrews and his team of mortgage experts at 352-854-4104. That's 352-854-4104. Regions Bank, it's time to expect more.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life, from everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz. The Angie Lewis State Farm Agency is located at 1122 Northeast 36th Avenue, where visitors are always welcome and the coffee pot is always on.
Sign up for this year's Marion County Heart Walk and be part of a local movement that's helping others live longer, healthier lives. Join me, Corey Poole, your 2014 Marion County Heart Walk Chairman, and walk with me on Saturday, October the 4th at the Baseline Road Trailhead. It's a free event promoting physical activity and heart-healthy living. To find out how you can help fight the #1 killer of all Americans, visit us online at marionheartwalk.org.
It's rodeo time in Florida. The 32nd annual Ocala Shrine Rodeo returns with the best of man, muscle, and a stampede of horsepower. August 29th and 30th, witness America's #1 sport and the greatest show on dirt. Showtime, 7:30 each night at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. For rodeo information, call 352-402-8808. August 29th and 30th. Don't miss the Ocala Shrine Rodeo.
You're listening to WOCA, Ocala.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my
Welcome back to the voice. I'm about to say the voice of Ocala. Welcome back to Saturday Sports Page. I'm Tom Schmitz, along with Ryan Goldberg. Ryan, you're going to UCF, leaving to go this weekend, right?
Yeah, I leave after this.
You're a year too late.
Why am I a year too late?
Blake Bortles is in the NFL.
Yeah, but we have that rookie redshirt guy who's supposed to be just as good.
I don't know. Be hard to be better than Blake Bortles with the way he's playing in the preseason right now.
What was he, like 26 for like 30 out of 36?
Jaguars are going to give the rookie quarterback Blake Bortles some reps with the first-team offense next week, both in practice and in the preseason game at Detroit. He still don't have the starting job. Now, calm down. Chad Henne's going to start week 1.
Oh, Chad Henne.
But Bortles has been impressive in the Jaguars' 2 first preseason games. Coach Bradley said, I just think it's a body of work, the experience that Henne has. You can grow with Blake and let him go through the experiences and do well, but the team has really responded to both and of them really well. I think that with where Chad is right now, where our team is, I think it's the best thing for us to do right now. Bortles has completed 18 of 28 passes for 277 yards in his first 2 preseason games. He went 7 of 11 in his debut against Tampa, and 3 of his 4 incompletions were drop balls. He was 11 for 16 for 160 yards in the Jaguars' 2019 loss on Chicago on Thursday night, although 45 yards did come on a meaningless play towards the end of the half where the Bears had just dropped back into prevent defense and let him just complete a pass and let the guy run and get tackled by about 3 people. But they're getting him reps with the first team. He's going to practice with the first team. He's going to start, well, not start, but he'll get first team snaps with the Jaguar first team against the Detroit Lions this weekend. So, all in all, I think things are looking up for Blake Bortles. I think Jacksonville's in a unique situation. Shad Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, isn't in a hurry to win. He knew he had to rebuild a franchise, that it was a franchise that was
Broken.
Yeah.
I'd use the word broken.
Broken is a good word. That had no shot at being successful in the NFL.
With the direction they were heading, they had no shot.
No shot. So he's changing everything. And he realizes it's not something that happens in a year or 2 years. So he's went out and drafted well, although one of his receivers is a complete idiot that'll never play in the league again, Blackman.
He didn't draft him.
I know, but he was already there, but he's a complete idiot with all that skill, and now he's never going to play in the NFL again. But he goes out, he drafts well last year. I think his offensive line that he drafted was great.
Oh, yeah, he picked a good offensive line. He
Right.
protects his quarterback.
Now he's going out this year, getting Blake Bortles, and Blake Bortles can sit and learn and watch Chad Henne, although Chad Henne's not the greatest quarterback. He is a veteran quarterback, so he can learn things from the veteran, and he's not going to be rushed into service.
And I thought Blake Bortles was in a unique situation on Thursday night. He played against what's his name? The one of the backup quarterbacks for the Bears, who was his QB coach this offseason preparing for the NFL draft. So he was in a unique situation.
Yeah. So, and I forget the guy's name. I know what you're talking about, but
Brothers Carson Palmer. I forget his name.
yeah, something.
Jordan Palmer.
Jordan Palmer.
Jordan
Yeah.
Palmer.
So, and the fact that he doesn't have to be rushed in, even though he's the third overall pick. Usually, the third overall pick, he's starting game one, year one.
Yep.
But they're not going to have to do that with Blake Bortles because the Jags ownership and the fan base, that's the other thing, the fan base understands that Shad Khan is rebuilding a broken franchise.
I think what he wants you to do is come to the games, watch the team this year, enjoy yourself. That's why he rebuilt the stadium.
That's exactly why he rebuilt the stadium.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself and understand we're working towards winning.
And when they start winning, it's just going to be more fun.
Whereas the 22nd pick overall, because he is a complete media circus, he's going to have to start week one in Cleveland. They're leaning more and more towards it. You hear every day that you'll know who the starter is going to be on Tuesday. They started, remember, when he was drafted, the owner said he's the third string quarterback. Then the coach come out and said he's second string at best. Now, as the fan fervor gets whipped up and they want Johnny football in the game and everything, we'll tell you who our starter is on Tuesday after the Monday night game.
What I think's funny is that I feel like Cleveland, the fans kind of control what the front office wants them to do. They do what they feel like is best for the fans and what the fans want. But the fans in Jacksonville understand, and it's such a unique situation. Like the Patriots, if they're like, oh, we're not starting Tom Brady this week, we're going to start Garoppolo, the fans would be in uproar over it. But the Jacksonville fans are like...
Because the Jacksonville fans understand it was a broken franchise.
That's a very...
And Shad Khan did what he promised to do. He kept the team in Jacksonville. He's got out, and you can see that he's gone out and got a quality coach. He's went out and got drafted quality offensive linemen. Now with Blake Bortles, it looks like he's got his franchise quarterback. It looks like he's doing the right things. Now, 3 years down the road, if they're not starting to show winning promise, the fan base may turn. But right now, the fan base understands Shad Khan is doing what Wayne Weaver refused to do, trying to put a winning football team on the field.
He's in it for the long haul.
Right. Wayne Weaver, those last 3 or 4 years Wayne Weaver on the team, he could have cared less.
I went to a game right when Shad Khan bought the team when the New England Patriots were in town. And
He was a rock star, wasn't he?
It was an experience. I mean, they have the mascot jumping from the light posts, which I know sounds crazy, but it did happen. And they make it an experience for the fans. They don't just play the game, which some teams do because they can.
Jackson DeVille.
Yep. The best mascot. I think he was voted the best mascot in the league.
Yeah. Jackson DeVille. But that's why I think Blake Bortles is in a better position to achieve success than Johnny Manziel is. Now, Manziel may just be able to achieve success because he's Johnny Manziel. But Blake Bortles is in good shape. Let's talk about the AFC for a minute. Let's talk about the AFC East. In the AFC East, you have the Miami Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills, the New York Jets, and some other team.
The New England Patriots.
Oh, the New England Patriots. That's right. Once again, as usual, this is New England's team. This is New England's division to lose. Miami will be improved. The Jets will be the Jets, and the Bills are terrible.
They already are showing signs of being terrible. They got someone else injured, I understand.
Yes. So the AFC East, I believe, is the Patriots to lose. The AFC Central is the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns. Who am I missing? I'm missing one team.
You mean the AFC North?
AFC
team.
North, I mean.
Cincinnati Bengals,
Cincinnati,
Steelers,
Cleveland, Steelers, and is it Tennessee?
Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens. That's an interesting division because Cleveland's going to be improved, but they're not going to be good. Their defense is amazing. Cincinnati's going to be a good ball club. Pittsburgh, you don't know what you may get out of it. So goes Ben Roethlisberger, so goes the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Ravens are good, but I'm still not sold on Joe Flacco being this great quarterback that they paid all this money just because he won a Super Bowl.
Finally, someone agrees with me. I don't know how to pick this division. I want to say because I feel like Cincinnati put money in their quarterback. He's confident that the team's behind him, that he's not playing for his job. And I feel like they could go back to the playoffs again. They have a defense. They have a wide receiver. They have a run game. They're a pretty balanced team. They're the most consistent team in that division. I mean, Pittsburgh's either hot or not. The Ravens show up.
They're just well coached. The defense is good. It's going to be Cincinnati or Baltimore, I think. And I think I'm with you. I think I'm leaning towards Cincinnati winning that division.
I feel like Cleveland will be like a 500 team, but I don't think.
I think it'll be the most competitive division in football.
And because they're all not great teams, they're all average teams.
Right. So I'm picking Cincinnati there. Then you got the AFC South, which is the Tennessee Titans, the Houston
Texans.
Who am I missing? I'm missing
the Colts
and
the Jaguars.
Something else I don't understand, how the Indianapolis Colts are in the South, but okay. The AFC South, I think that this will be the year where you finally see that Andrew Luck puts his name in the area of could he be included in the top 5?
He was the best quarterback, I think, to come out of that draft 2 years ago.
Of course he was. And he's he's one of the best quarterbacks in the second tier. Because you got the first tier. The first tier, in any order you want to put them, I don't care what order you put them, the first tier quarterbacks in the NFL are Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Drew Brees. You put them in whatever order you want to put them in.
I agree with that.
And then everybody else is in the second and third and fourth tiers.
Which would be like Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Okay.
Colin Kaepernick, Eli Manning, just a list of people. But the top 4 are shoulders above everybody. I believe Andrew Luck could start this year getting into that conversation.
And he came in from a team that went 2-10, was it? Or
right.
2 something. And
2-14.
2-14.
After Peyton Manning left, who was injured.
Injured, yeah. And he came and turned that franchise around, turned them back. I don't think they made the playoffs the year before, did they?
No, they didn't, but last year they did.
Last year they made it to the second round. They lost to the Patriots.
So I think this is the year Andrew Luck starts solidifying himself as one of the 4 or 5 best quarterbacks in the league.
The problem with Indianapolis is their defense.
Yes, but I believe that they can outscore everybody in that league, in that division.
I mean, we saw them beat Kansas City, who was a good team. They beat them twice. They beat Seattle and they beat Denver.
Right. But nobody in that division can beat them. They win that division.
Oh, yeah. Houston.
The AFC West, Kansas City, Oakland, San Diego.
Denver.
Thank you. Why do I always miss Denver? That's Denver's to lose. With Peyton Manning coming off Super Bowl appearance, wanting to show the blowout was an anomaly, that's not really the Denver Broncos. That's the Denver Broncos to lose.
I don't know. Kansas City, we saw them play well last year, but they couldn't play a team that was...
Anybody over 500, they lost to.
Yeah, which everybody was like, oh, they're so good. Well, they were so good until they got to a team that was good.
I think that it comes down to, as usual, Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning for the AFC Championship.
Who do you think wins that?
I'm going with Brady.
I want to say Brady because I'm taking the Patriots fan out of it, but I feel like Denver made some key things to their defense to try to help their defense a little bit, but I don't think they did enough.
I'm going with Brady.
I don't think they did enough.
So I'm going with New England, and last week I went with Seattle. I'm going with New England and Seattle in the Super Bowl.
Seattle wins.
And I got Seattle repeating as NFL champions.
I don't see the Patriots playing Seattle and coming out of that without someone getting injured.
I got New England, Seattle in the Super Bowl with Seattle repeating as back-to-back champions of the NFL.
I don't know.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Chris Halley, the head golf pro at Ocala Municipal Golf Course, he'll join the show, talk to us about the world's largest golf outing. What was it? What is it? I don't even know what it is. We'll find out. Plus, the Bo Williams City Amateur, it's next weekend. We'll tell you how to get involved with that. All that right here on the Saturday Sports page, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Hi, it's Lisa Midget with Kinetic Motion Fitness. I'm looking forward to a fun, healthy summer, and I have a few ideas that might just help you and your friends stay in shape and have fun too. Along with awesome personal training and group classes at our warm and inviting fitness studio, we also offer fitness classes at your home or business. And if you're tired of the same old boring cake and punch party, why not let us host a hot new health trend, a fitness party at your home or office? If you're having a hard time getting to the gym this summer because of your crazy schedule, then work out with your friends or coworkers in a private group fitness class or host a fitness party at your home or office. We will bring you and your friends or coworkers one of our great workouts like Zumba, Pilates, Body Bar, Yoga, Tai Chi Boot Camp, or Zumba Tonics for kids. We can even help you reach your long-term goals by meeting at your place weekly for an on-location workout. Check out our website at kmfocala.com and like us on Facebook. Kinetic Motion Fitness is located just 5 minutes from downtown Ocala near the Skylark Plaza. Kinetic Motion Fitness. We're ready when you are.
Hi, this is Lisa Midget, owner of the Properties Salon in downtown Ocala. Here in Florida, we're all about summertime fun, but along with the warm weather comes humidity, which leads to the dreaded frizzies. Are you tired of checking the weather report every morning before deciding to flat iron your hair? Sick of looking like the Lion King every day by noon? Has God just not seen fit to answer your prayers for patience and silky, frizz-free hair? Well, your troubles are over. Come to the Properties Salon for one of our hair smoothing systems. Specializing in Peter Coppola and Cezanne keratin smoothing treatments, the Properties Salon can tame your unruly locks with these formaldehyde-free formulas. And with the discount code BuddyRocks, you will save 20%. Not fighting the frizzies? Mention the same code BuddyRocks to save 20% off one of our many services such as cuts, color, extensions, and manis and petties. Gentlemen, this special is not just for the ladies. We do great cuts and color for men too. Check us out at theproperties.com for more information.
Hey everybody, this is Kelly Hart, your new host of the Ocala Magazine radio show. Join me every Friday at 10 a.m. when we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life with in-depth interviews from and about your community. So don't miss Marion County's favorite city magazine, Ocala Magazine, every Friday at 10 a.m. right here on 1370 AM and 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hello? Can you hear me? Because if you can, then so can your customers. Radio works. Call today to advertise your business right here on WOCA 1370, The Source.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner.
I'll drive it. I'll get in the car to go to the liquor store around the corner. I got no problem. Get a bottle of Fireball. It's a good Saturday. Good day to, go to the golf course, buy a few cold ones, put them in the cooler, ride around in the golf cart, drink a few beers, and play a little round of golf. Speaking of golf, let's go out to a guy that knows a whole lot more about golf than I do. Chris Halley, the head golf professional at Ocala Municipal Golf Course. Chris, thanks so much for taking time out for us this morning.
Thanks for having me on, Tom.
Chris, let's get right to it. I know last weekend you had something called it was actually Monday a week ago, the world's largest golf outing. Now, explain what that was and who it benefited.
Tom, that's actually a national thing that we do we're managed by Billy Casper Golf here at Ocala Golf Club, and it's a national thing that we do with all of our courses. So over 150 courses participated. This course alone raised over $3,000 for Wounded Warrior Project. So we work with Wounded Warrior Project to raise money for our soldiers that come back home with disabilities. Our goal for this year was $1 million. We fell just short of that across the company. So almost $1 million raised for the Wounded Warrior Project.
And a great project, the Wounded Warrior Project, to help our disabled veterans that are coming back home that may need help throughout the rest of their lives. And full disclosure, you're a military man yourself.
That's correct. I'm in the Navy Reserve.
Thanks for the service for your country, sir. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Tom.
Now, Wounded Warrior, it's a Monday tournament, and Well, you raised $3,000. That's a lot of money, pal. $3,000 on a Monday morning at 8 in the morning. It's pretty good, pal.
Not bad for a Monday morning.
It's not bad for a Monday morning. Now, let's talk about an upcoming tournament, the Bo Williams City Amateur, which is the city amateur for the city of Ocala. But can I play in it? I live in the county.
You can. Actually, there is no stipulation. You can play in it's an open division. So the under seniors, under 50 years old, it's an open division. You can play from anywhere.
Wait, let me get this right.
It is a Marion County Golf Association points event as well. 2
years from now, I'll be able to play in a different division?
That's correct.
Wow, I'm starting to get old, I think. So now the Bo Williams City Amateur, is it a 2-day, 1-day, 3-day? How many day tournament is it?
It's 2. We run it on Saturday and Sunday.
And I guess this is the 5th year, I believe, is correct.
It is.
And now, have you had a chance to find out anything about the history? I know you're new to the golf course. You've been here like 6 months now.
Yeah, I started here January 1st.
Wow, it's been that long, huh? Seems like it's only been about
6 months. 8 months now.
Yeah, about 8 months. So, have you had a chance to look at the history of this tournament or to understand who Bo Williams is and what he means to this community and everything?
I do. I mean, it's right on the entry form there for the tournament. But Bo was a pretty significant figure in golf in the city of Ocala and Marion County. Bo was an amateur his whole career. He won over 100 tournaments. That's a lot of golf tournaments to win. You got to play pretty good for a long period of time
to win 100 golf tournaments at any level. You got,
right.
The record right now,
even to win 100 times in your men's game is a lot.
Right. The record right now in the PGA Tour is held by Tiger Woods. I think he just passed Sam Snead, and I think it's like 78 or something, 83 or something.
Almost 80.
Almost 80. We're talking about a guy that eclipsed that by over 20.
Correct.
So that's playing a lot of golf tournaments and winning a lot of golf tournaments.
Right.
So, great name, Daniel Owen, City Councilman at the time. Daniel Owen spearheaded naming it the Bo Williams City Amateur. A great
former champion.
Yes, I'm well aware, and he'll remind me of that I didn't remember to say former champion. How many participants you look to get in that golf tournament?
We're looking at the field's limited to 104 players. We're trying to fill it up, so we're going pretty good right now. We got some entries going, but we could use everybody. If you want to come down to Ocala Golf Club, or you wanted to even email me, I can get you an entry form. If you live somewhere that's outside of right here in the city, we can get you an entry form and you can get in.
How could they reach you if they want to do that?
Email address is C as in Chris Howley HOWLEY at OcalaGolfClub.com.
All right, and the easy way to get in. That's $60 for members of the Ocala Golf Club, $90 for non-members. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So I'll be paying the $90 amount. Hey, Chris, to be honest with everybody, you and I know each other pretty well. I play golf there as much as I possibly can. Let's talk about recently in the newspaper. There's been some discussion about your golf course and the shape your golf course is in that I think has been erroneously reported because now earlier in the spring there were some rough times for the golf course, but the golf course right now is in amazingly good shape, wouldn't you say?
I mean, the golf course right now is in the best shape that it's been in since I got here. I came in Thanksgiving to take a look at the course before I took the job, and I was really impressed. And then when I came in January, Florida overall, North Central Florida had a tough winter. Plus we had some mole crickets, we had some nematodes, all kinds of. So those are insects and microscopic organisms that are going to affect your grass, and the health of the turf overall was in question. But it's no question come full circle. The golf course is in great shape right now. The greens are rolling almost at 10. Fairways are great. Everything's greened up. The growing season has been good to us.
The rainy seasons help too.
Correct. All that rain, that natural rain.
Yeah, never hurts to get that. Now, to those who might not know about Ocala Municipal, explain to them the course, the layout, the par to par, everything like that, real quick.
What's that, Tom?
Tell them it's an 18-hole golf course, correct? What's the par? What's the play to par there?
It's a 70. It's par 72 here.
And the distance is from the tips is like 6,500 plus, right?
6,500 yards, yes.
And, you know, anytime you want to come out and play, it's an affordable time to play it. I'm saying this from experience because I play it a lot. Right now, if somebody wanted to come out, say, this afternoon, is there plenty of space? Do they need to make a tee time? What do you suggest?
Always after 1 o'clock is going to be pretty good for anybody. If they want to come out and they want to play around the golf, you come after 1 o'clock any day of the week, even on the weekends. We can find a spot for you.
All right, now let's talk about. You know, you got the Bo Williams coming up. What do you got planned for this fall? I know that Forest High School uses you as their high school tournament, so I know you got some things coming up this fall. What do you got looking forward ahead in the fall? What do you got coming up at Ocala Golf Club?
Well, we got the Doug Oswald Senior Tournament coming up in October.
Huge tournament.
Along with the high school golf. Yeah, huge tournament. It's basically the senior version of the camp tournament that we all know about in the spring.
And that's in October, you said?
That's correct.
Now, I know last year they did some unique things, or earlier in this year you did some unique things before daylight savings time kicked in with some glow ball tournaments. Is there any plans to maybe reprise a glow ball tournament, a night tournament, or anything over there?
Yeah, if we can get the support from the community, if people start coming down and hear some more buzz about it and they're asking about it, then that's definitely something that we can do. We have the equipment for it. We have the ability to make it happen. We just need the demand. Last time we tried to run one in the spring, and it kind of fell through. There wasn't a lot of feedback, a lot of sign-ups. So if they're just keeping an eye out on our website, if I pop one up there, we'll get some sign-ups, and if we can get that to be a regular thing, that's something I'd love to run.
Well, Chris, I know you're a busy guy. You probably got about 8 or 10 lessons you got to go teach because you're a teaching professional. You don't just stand in the clubhouse and shake hands. You actually teach golf lessons. You had a great juniors program. Talk about how important the juniors program is to Ocala Golf Club and the juniors program y'all had set up there this summer.
Well, not only did we run a camp here at Ocala Golf Club, but also on site we have First Tee of Greater Ocala. So that's Chris Wilson and his gang over there. They do a great job with our juniors. Not only they teach them golf, they teach them core values. They have lots of it's life skills because that's what golf is. You know, it's a game for your whole life.
Yeah, I catch myself, and I don't know if you do this. I catch myself, and I did it last week. Last week I went and just had about a 4-foot putt, and I said, didn't even try to line it up. I said I can make this, after I'd putted it probably from 60 feet, got it to about 4 feet. I said, I make this, and I ran it by, and I said, well, that's going to be a 5. And then I got over to the golf cart, and the lessons of golf got to me, and I said, okay, I'm writing a 6 now. Because it really was a 6.
It teaches us honesty,
It really was a 6 because you're not lying to it. That's the beauty of golf. You're not lying to anybody when you write down a wrong score on your scorecard, except to yourself.
For yourself, right?
Well, Chris, thanks so much for joining us today. Anything I can do, you let me know. Now, if somebody wants to get in touch with the golf course or they want to book a tee time or anything, give me the phone numbers and the website where they can go check out Ocala Golf Club.
Phone number is going to be 352-401-6917 here for the golf club, and our website is ocalagolfclub.com.
Fully stocked pro shop, full snack bar and everything. I tell you, and I'm just saying this from my experience. This is not Chris Howley saying this. This is Tom Schmidt saying this. I'm tight. Let's just say I would squeeze a buffalo nickel till the buffalo screamed. I'm so tight, and I shop around. And Chris Howley and that pro shop is competitive with any sporting goods store anywhere in this city, Chris. You do a great job in the pro shop with your competitive pricing.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. I'll see you later today, pal.
I'll see you when you get out here.
All right, Chris Howley.
We'll tee it up.
Yep, tee it up. Chris Howley from the Ocala Golf Club. Really do a great job out there. Really like those guys. Hey, and the Bo Williams City Amateur is a great golf tournament. It's one you should check out and really try to get involved with if you're an aficionado or a lover of the game of golf. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk Little League World Series. And are you kidding me? All that next on the Saturday Sports Page, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. Ryan Goldberg and me on The Source.
Hey, Eddie, I'm playing Augusta in a few hours, and I need a fourth. Want to join us?
Georgia's close, but it's not that close, Alex.
Not Georgia, Golden Ocala. I'm a member at Golden Ocala, and this course has 8 tribute holes, like number 12 and 13. You know, part of Amen Corner, and the postage stamp, and the road hole. It's a phenomenal track. My family and I always have a great time at the pool and at the restaurants. They've got 3, you know. The kids love the tennis programs. My wife practically lives at the spa, and I've been bulking up with a personal trainer in their fitness center. Joining Golden Ocala was one of the best decisions I've ever made, aside from marrying my wife, of course. So you want to join us in a few hours?
Absolutely. I can't wait to play the first hole in golf and the road hole too. Hey, how do I become a member at Golden Ocala?
Eddie, just call 352-402-4343.
Luxury and great golf is affordable at Golden Ocala. Call 352-402-4343 to join.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, inviting you to drop by our main office on Silver Springs Boulevard every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. for the Community Gazette, a 3-hour show focusing on our favorite community to live and work, Ocala, Marion County. Come join us with the voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin, in the new old-fashioned bank radio studio as we discuss a variety of interesting topics on the Community Gazette on WOCA The Source.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 AM and 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
We should eat our larger meals earlier in the day so we have energy, and eat our smallest meal at night so the body can focus on sleeping. Successful relationships aren't supposed to be perfect. They require vulnerability. Telling yourself that the guy isn't good enough, our expert says you're really just giving yourself an excuse to stop trying. Couples should send 2 texts a day that provoke interest, like, I want to tell you about this cool vacation idea I had.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Welcome back to the Saturday Sports Page. Last segment. Am I supposed to be this happy and smile this much when this kind of story comes across?
It depends what we're talking about.
Or is it just that I am such a Notre Dame hater? That's my problem.
I feel like Notre Dame can be overrated sometimes.
4 Notre Dame players, including 2 starters, this according to ESPN News, will not be allowed to participate in football activities as the university continues an internal investigation into academic misconduct. The school said in a statement there was evidence that students had submitted paper and homework that had been written for them by others. The evidence was reported to the Athletics Compliance Office at Notre Dame on July 29th, and an immediate investigation was launched. The NCAA was notified Friday. The group of players include Kyvare Russell, the team's best cornerback, leading returning receiver Devarius Daniels, and defensive end Ishaq Williams, expected to be a key contributor on the defensive line. Backup linebacker Kendall Moore is also being held out of practice. All 4 players were part of the Notre Dame's 2012 team, which lost to Alabama in the national title game. Daniels and Russells were started on that team. Williams was projected to start this year. William and Moore are seniors for the season, while Daniels and Russell are juniors. A source told ESPN that all 4 players did not practice Friday. This is the second straight season that academic misconduct has affected Notre Dame. Last year, quarterback Everett Golson missed the entire season after being suspended for school for what he called poor academic judgment. Golson is back now, but Coach Brian Kelly could be scrambling to fill holes before opening his fifth season in South Bend. Jack Swarbuck said, "We're devastated by the news." The university president, Father John Jenkins, expressed support for Brian Kelly. "We have great confidence in Brian and his staff," Jenkins says. "They have been nothing but supportive." Father Jenkins went on to say Notre Dame has notified the NCAA about the inquiry because of potential violations. The 4 players can't compete until the conclusion of the investigation and the university honor code process. Father went on to say during the news conference that no student has been judged responsible for academic dishonesty and nobody has been dismissed. Jenkins would not speculate when asked how far back the misconduct could have taken place. "Integrity is the heart of our mission, and academic misconduct will not be tolerated at Notre Dame," Father Jenkins said. "If the suspected improprieties are proven, we will use the experience to reinforce among our students the importance of honesty in all they do." This happens everywhere, folks. I can tell you factually that a starter at Georgia Southern University in 1990, a national championship year, an offensive lineman would not have been able to play if someone I know intimately, mainly me, hadn't written 2 history papers for him. It happens everywhere.
That's right. You do have a history degree.
Okay? My job was to make sure that my good friend got through history. Did any coach ask me to? Nope. I just knew he needed help, and the easiest way to help him was to write them for him. Somebody say, well, that maybe that. Nothing in his life does he use his history class in his experience. He's a PE coach, and he coaches football. He doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to be real good at explaining a paper on the turning point of the Revolutionary War, the Battle of Saratoga.
You're exactly right.
Okay? So don't act like this is a Notre Dame problem. I get joy out of it being a Notre Dame problem, but it happens everywhere.
It was South Carolina that happened, the last story we heard, I recall, I think. Wasn't it South Carolina?
I believe so.
The Tar Heels, yeah, that's right.
No, North Carolina.
North
Carolina. Yeah, the Tar Heels. And the guy said it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah, and then he's like playing basketball somewhere. I took the academic integrity course at UCF. You have to take it to go there.
Yeah.
My thing is, it's not a bad deal until you get caught. And especially for the athletes where they're more in the public eye, where someone who's just there getting their degree, who's doing the same exact thing.
Trust me, somebody getting their degree in business and finance that needs help in their core history class with a paper getting written goes to one of their friends and says, I'll give you $100 if you'll write this paper for me. It happens all the time because they're not an athlete. It's not a big deal.
The problem is the athlete's never going to need a history class or anything like that. The only thing they need is financial accounting if they make it to the NFL, and then they just keep track of the money.
My buddy's a PE teacher in South Georgia and coaches football. He doesn't need to know about the Battle of Saratoga.
No.
South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Pitcher Monet Davis, one of 2 girls at the Little League World Series this year, threw a 2-hitter to help Philadelphia beat Nashville 4-0. She's the first girl to appear for a U.S. team in South Williamsport since 2005. She became the first female pitcher to win a game in Little League World Series history, according to ESPN Stats and Information. She even caught the attention of Major League star Mike Trout, who tweeted, Monet Davis is straight dominating, fun to watch. She had 8 strikeouts, didn't walk a batter, retired the first 6 batters, and needed only 70 pitches to complete the game.
I like the article.
You go, girl.
The article,
Monet Davis striking people out.
The article I'm looking at, they have the picture of the other team of all the boys in the dugout. They just look dumbfounded. They don't know what to do.
Blue Jays pitcher Marcus Stroman was impressed with Davis. Watching Monet Davis, she's an absolute stud, awesome mechanics, and great feel for pitching. Jared Sprague-Lott hit a 3-run home run in the 5th inning. Outfielder Carter Davis had an RBI sacrifice fly. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett was in South Williamsport on Friday and watched Davis's dominating performance. If this team from Philadelphia can go and represent the U.S. in the South in the Little League World Series, being from Pennsylvania, that'll be huge. Huge. Are you kidding me? Over 700 yards and penalties last night in preseason football games. I know it's the preseason. I know you're trying to make a point about illegal contact down the field, but this better just be a preseason problem, you morons in the stripes. If this bleeds over into the regular season, it's going to slow down the game. It's going to make the game unwatchable. You kidding me? Illegal contact. How about illegal idiots with flags? God. Referees just bother me. Well, we're trying to emphasize illegal contact. You're trying to make it flag football is what you're trying to do. We don't like flag football. We like tackle football. We don't like flag football. Keep the flags in your pockets. We like tackle football. You kidding me? For Ryan Goldberg, I'm Tom Schmitz. Have a great weekend, everybody.